one more race we want to have a look at, guys. We were supposed to make up time today because we've got an early start on trackside. We've gone the other way here.
We're going to have to pull up stumps soon.
This is the Floyd and Toy Real Estate Property Brokers 2060, Steve, the Open Handicap, and our Hail Mary heads this market.
You haven't budged a price from the opening whistle on Wednesday. Our Hail Mary at $4.20. A well-back commodity in its last two starts has cost punters. It heads the market here. In front of 100 pence at $4.50. Big Mike at $5.50. Shares that same quote with Kelly Coe. Cernate at $9. Pep Talk $10. And then best of the rest is Prince Leo at a $15 quote with Flying Meg and Because at 16. So no clear lead. A little bit stifled in betting. Not too sure why. I think everybody knows what kind of track we're going to be playing on Saturday with okay weather. Maybe just the compressed market is confusing a few customers.
Yeah, there's a few sort of in and out in form here too, Steve. You don't quite know where a few of them are at. BP, you'd probably agree with that. Look, we're seeing a little bit of money for a few roughies here, if anything. The Pep Talks, the Flying Megs, the Prince Leos, the Becauses. So it's a bit of a confusing market for customers, this one.
Yeah, Pep Talk's actually been going okay. Look, he's tackled some really strong company of late. Of course, he was beaten what was in the Anzac Mile, wasn't it? His last start to the race just on Sunday. And he goes down to 2,060 metres for the weekend's race. He's actually a smoky, I think, with the 54 kilograms and just how he's been racing of late, Pep Talk. So he's a horse I want to have something on at the $10 mark. The other horse is the one that's going to be in front and dictating terms.
Don't go
that's
there.
The return of Big Mike. Look, he's a horse that has just been ticking over. I know Sean's been very happy with his progress coming into this race. He's had a trial. Now, he hasn't had a race day run, but of course he did win second up. So if you want to take enough from his trial to say that maybe he is in a right spot to be winning this race, he gets down to 59 kilograms with Alan Nicholas aboard around Whanganui. That might be very hard to catch Big Mike. So he's at $5.50 and he's jumping out of his skin and ready to run a big race on Saturday. So I'll be marking Big Mike as my top selection in the race with a little bit of Pep Talk.
Okay. He hasn't had a run since November, BP, but you obviously think he's going to be... I see he had a trial to give him up to the mark, so
yeah,
they've probably done this before with him, haven't they?
Yeah, look, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
And he can carry some weight. He's carried 58.5, winning a Hawke's Bay Cup. He'll have to carry 59 kilos on the weekend. So, look, he's done it all. We all know his record, and he'll be able to find his position where that'll be nice and joyous out in front. And if the track conditions are in the right spot for him on the weekend, we've spoken his sweet spot in terms of track conditions around that sort of that 4, 5, 6. Yeah, hopefully it might be all go again for Big Mike.
You beauty. Paul?
I love Big Mike. I love the big guy.
Well,
really
BP's his number. He's the president. You must be the secretary. What's happening here?
I do. Oh, look, as BP said, he's carrying almost as much weight as the Warriors gave up points last Monday night. But he's done it before, as BP said. He's won almost as many cups as Manchester United.
See, only if the Warriors could have a claimer too.
I think they've got too many claimers.
Oh, okay.
But I do, and I think he's a big go here. What, $5.50 the last time I looked. I think he's got a Pakenham Cup, a Moe Cup, the Hawke's Bay Cup.
Yeah. You boys would know. Yeah. Obviously he's used to carrying these big weights and gets the claimer on. So with Alan riding, gets 3 kilos off. So that'll. Oh, gee. You boys lining up today. You don't tell me you got Pep Talk.
I do actually.
As well.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
There was a lovely finish in the back at Awapuni last time, and was running around in much stronger fields back in February and March. They were average runs, but
he does bob up too, Pep Talk. I know that's not exactly great form analysis, but
and this look, he meets a field that's not as strong as the ones that he was running around against a couple of months ago. So we're on the song. We're singing from the song, same song sheet.
You
me
are.
and BP. I really like Big Mike and Pep Talk as well.
Okay, I reckon this market, Steve, just might be a little bit stifled because customers aren't quite sure where our Hail Mary, maybe even Hunter Pence sort of are at the moment, and they're our $4 favourites.
Yeah, 100%. That is. I don't have a strong opinion in the race. And I think a lot of customers sit on the same thought process. Our Hail Mary, as I mentioned, has been a well-back commodity. Had 48-day spell in between its run at Ellerslie and Aupuni, from the middle part of February to the early part of April. It had ran about roughly, I think, 4 starts until it won this season, our Hail Mary. So probably on reflection, maybe just needed the run or two since having that little bit of a freshen up in between February and April. They led last start. They won't be doing that again. They won't be trying to lead on Hail Mary. They'll look to get a bit of cover, maybe midfield, try and find that neutral position. Look, if she brings the A game, I know it's cliche, she probably is the best horse in terms of the weight that she will carry here, 55.5. Again, I don't mind Serenade. I know you couldn't have it on its last run, but
talk me into it at Hawke's Bay, and
it went awful, to be fair. There's no real excuse. Just in this race here, look, it doesn't have a great winning strike rate, but it just can follow that slipstream in behind Big Mike, and it's done that previously. Say Hawke's Bay Cup last year, can follow that genuine tempo set up by Big Mike. Serenade, he might run a drum and maybe one of those 1x3 kind of plays, but overall no strong opinion. But I think our Hail Mary with her overall profile will start fave, but maybe 4.2 is bottom mark.
Yeah, okay. BP, surmise the race. Tell us how you'd attack it from a betting perspective.
I was going to start making up some T-shirts first of all, though, for Mawadi and myself, and it's going to put "I love Big Mike" on it. We're going to get it on the show.
I heart Big Mike. Yeah, I love it.
Big Mike and Pep Talk, keen to back both of those horses on the each way.
Okay, Paul and Dom, don't tell me you're exactly the same.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, it's all Big Mike in the Open 2060 at Whanganui on Saturday.